Thank you.
Okay, we'll see if we're running or not. Okay, so the first thing is in terms of the rest of the semester. And the best I could do to give you that information is a little bit of a timeline. So this week, August, yes, it's almost. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I said, it's Friday. That's right. I told my husband at breakfast, I says, I think I have 27 students who are also saying, yay, it's Friday. So it's been, I'm sure it's been very hard on you in terms of jam-packing everything in, but you know that you're halfway through the semester. So by the end of today, you know, you're sort of like midterm. Then half the semesters. That's right. Yeah. I know that. I know. Okay. So we've done some things this week. We've had email assignments. We did the PubMed search, and we did the quiz, which I haven't graded yet. That will be posted on Blackboard. So we have some assignments, and we're complete on the 26th. Today, yeah. And on September 6th, I'm going to post material that will be due on September 23rd. Okay, so roughly 4 weeks to work on things. We're going to be, one of the things I'm going to do is ask you to do an Excel file and ask you to do some things with variables. I think what I'll do is I'll set up the demographics for that nursing informatics page, and then maybe a couple of variables in there. And I want you to practice again with setting up an Excel file, putting some data in there, okay, some numbers, and then setting up variables, short name, long name, and then values and the labels for that. Okay, so it'll be a handout. You have 4 weeks to work on it, so I think that should be okay. I'm also going to have you, there'll be chapters, whoops, there we lost the microphone. There's chapters in the book that I want you to read, and I'm going to be meeting with one of the individuals who does has a major role in the online program here on campus, and talk to him about reading readiness that he does for his courses. Basically, it's probably the kind of thing, you know, there's some CE out there that you can do that, how is it set up? You know, you can get the answer sheet and have it there with you, and then you read through the article and, you know, answer the answers as you're going along, rather than doing it as a post test. So that's the kind of thing, I don't know about you, but I tend to do that when I do those CE that, you know, you get in a little packet and say, you know, answer these questions. So I'm going to talk to him next week about how to set that up, and so that I can make sure that you're reading the material in the book and are ready to do the assignments related to that content. So that's a check on me, for me, and that's going to be kind of like your quiz for that packet of weeks. The other activity that I'm going to have you do during this time is the reliability of the web. Now, sometimes it seems like it's a little bit of a dinky exercise, but there's a lot of bad stuff on the web, and you have to be good at identifying good information and bad information. So what one would hope that what's on the government website like CDC or at NIH is going to be good information. or that what's coming out of the American Heart Association or the American Lung Association or the Kidney Foundation or something like that. It's going to be good information. So the .gov and the .org sites tend to be fairly legitimate, but you still have to ask questions because maybe what you're looking at there was put on the web in 2004. You know, it's old information, so is it still reliable? If you have what's a good a diabetic ulcer on your foot, you could go to the Diabetes Association and probably find some good information about that. But if you just type in diabetic ulcer in your search engine, what you might find is that there's a Dr. I think I know everything that has a website and about diabetic ulcers, and so you go to that, and it's a .com kind of site, okay, commercial site, and so, or personal websites often are that, but not necessarily. But so Dr. I think I know everything has written something about diabetic ulcers, and so that might be a good comparison. Look at what you can find at the Diabetes Association about that topic, and what can you find in a .com site. So in that handout, it's already on the web. There's I think 2 parts to it. One is a 2-page discussion about reliability on the web. And then the other is two forms to fill out. Now, what you can do, since we're doing this electronically, I think I would do the one site, use the same topic on both .gov or .org site, comparing that to what's on a .com site. What I would do is fill out the forms for yourself, and then just write me an email about summarizing that information, so you don't have to send those forms back. Because I usually send you things in PDF file, so regardless of what kind of computers you have or printers you have, that the formatting is going to be appropriate. So I don't want an attachment to an email. Okay, several of you did that with your emails. What I want you to do in the body of the email is to go ahead and say on the Diabetes Association website, this is what I found. Give me the URL of the website, and this is what I found. And it was, as far as the information, it agreed with what I knew or added to my information about what I knew. However, I think I know everything's website has information that is questionable and doesn't fit with what I know is good practice in relationship to diabetic ulcers. So you can do that in the body of the email. On Google you can save your emails as drafts. Okay, I don't know if you could have done that on the Robert Morse old website, but on email. But on the new email, you can save drafts, and so you can create something, then go away, and then come back and reread it and see if it's still what you want to say. So that would be one thing. I know a lot of people don't like to create their documents on the web. But you could also open up a Word file, write your little synopsis, and then copy that and paste it into the email. Okay, that'll work too. There was a question here, and then I'll get yours. Yeah.
I was just going to say, so what you don't want is us to create a Word file, save it, and put it on an email as an attachment. You don't
Right.
want us to do
I don't
that.
want that for this assignment. Okay, I don't want that.
So you just want us to write down the body of the email?
Right. You're going to reply to me and put the information in the body of the email.
But we can cut and paste it from a Word file?
Sure,
You just don't
sure.
want it as an attachment?
Sure.
What
Yeah.
assignment? I'm sorry, what assignment is this for?
This is for the web reliability assignment. Okay, and I'll make an announcement. I'll put an announcement on Blackboard, but I'm going to give you, I'll probably do it tomorrow and get that on there because I want to put your quiz scores on there as well. So it'll be probably tomorrow before I talk about that. Now, I'll get the corner and then I'll get you.
So I'm sorry, so the web reliability exercise, that content is currently on Blackboard? Or
Yes.
it's not? That assignment is currently in there?
It should be.
Okay, and it's due when?
September 23rd.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that's what that was the Excel.
Well, no, well, okay, there's an Excel assignment, there's going to be the reading verification, there's going to be the reliability of the web, okay? So you're going to have 3 things to do.
Due on the 23rd.
That's right. You can send them to me before then. If you have time and you want to get them out of the way and you want to send them to me September 1st or whatever, you can. But I would imagine you'd like to take a little break from school for the next few days at least. Those of you going to hurricane country are going to be, dealing with other kinds of things. So you can send it to me before then, but don't. But the 23rd is the due date. If you send it to me on the 24th, I'm going to take 20% off the points for those activities. That's in the syllabus. If they're late, you're going to get points off. So you can do one at a time. You can, however you want to do that. You're in charge of that.
Will you be putting out the new syllabus with the assignments and the due dates?
Were you here at the very beginning when I started talking about this? Okay. Well, because I said I would post this on, I would put this on Blackboard, so you'll have this information. I have it on a piece of paper right now, and I wanted to give it to you before you left today. I will put it on Blackboard. I'll try to be as explicit as I can. I may or may not be able to, again, put the points that every activity is worth, because I haven't created all of the rest of the kinds of things. I need to talk to the online people about the reading readiness activity and kind of make a decision about how many points that's going to be. So I can't give you that, but I can tell you the topics. Okay. Okay, one more question there was in the back there. Did you get it answered?
I'm just a little bit confused about the reliability, if you're doing the comparison between
Okay.
two sites. Now, if you wrote it up of the comparison like in a Word document,
Right.
and you paste it.
Okay, I'd open up a Word file. I would say, let's say I went to the American Diabetic Association, and I might say a little paragraph of the information that there. On that reliability information, there is questions related to that site. You may find that helpful in terms of summarizing. And then you go to Dr. I think I know it all's site, and then you talk about that. Okay, you take your cursor and you highlight both paragraphs, you copy them, you open up the email over here, and you paste it into the email, in the body of the email. Okay, so you can, Google has a spell check and everything like that, but, basically what you're just, some of you may be more comfortable just creating on a Word file. Or what does Mac call that? It's the icon's a little inkwell with a pen in it. But whatever word processor you're going to use, then you dump it into the body of the email. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The assignment, is that the N9130 on Blackboard? For some reason, I can't open it.
Oh.
No, it's a file, it says evaluating web reliability.
Did you go to the content page?
Click on the contents on the left.
Okay, here's it.
This is what I clicked on right here.
Okay, and it's giving you that goofy thing?
Yeah, and then it says no
Oh,
single.
okay, yeah, you have a Mac? No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, okay, I'll check no, it's not assignment 1. Go back to your content page.
Okay.
I'll check when I get home. You're, and let's see, maybe I didn't put it on there yet. Okay.
Let's see if the syllabus comes out.
Well, no, but if you go down to the other syllabus.
Oh, okay.
See, Blackboard doesn't like Macs, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, here we go.
Oh.
So that if
Oh, it's a
I have the
PDF.
syllabus as,
Yeah.
there you
Okay,
go.
so then maybe you can do the assignments, I guess, as a PDF, that's what you said, right?
Well, they're all PDFs, but even what you can't download, because it says you need a plug-in, it's the same PDF file. It's just Blackboard doesn't like the way Mac users
Well, see, I can
put it
open
in.
up- I can open up everything else,
Right.
the syllabus and all that.
Because
stuff.
all the other things I have put in as attachments. So I figured out after the first time I posted something that wasn't going to work. But if I go to add content by item and make an attachment, and it'll say that what the name of the file is and everything, then you can open it.
Okay.
I'm not going to take off what I put on there because some of you, well, most of you with PCs can open these things and it's not a problem. So I will be specific with the name of the documents, and I will have a page that's saying this is actually the same thing as the syllabus, okay, except I'm grouping things and I'm giving you some due dates because I thought that's what you folks wanted. Okay, so then on or around September 26th, I'm going to add some more things. And they'll be, well, let's see, this over here is chapters 6, 7, and 8. Over here were chapters 9, 10, and 11. And there's going to be a reading activity and then an interview of IT personnel or somebody within your institution that deals with any information technology or any setting up the electronic health record or maintaining whatever. I'm going to I know some of you don't use electronic health records and you're not computerized in your work setting. So I have to come up with the kind of people, if you don't have that at your work setting, who might I like you to interview. And I'm going to give you questions to ask them, okay? And so that's going to be a short paper, 1-2 pages, wait a minute. And that's going to be, this is going to be due on October 21. So you'll have a reading activity and an interview activity that's going to be due a month later, 4 weeks later. Okay, question? Okay.
So those are the chapter readings and assignments?
These are the chapters. There's exactly the same. If you go through, if you look at the original syllabus, it's exactly the same. All I've done is kind of group the classes because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the order of the content to make it meaningful. And so the chapter information is there. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. I think in this one there actually is other relevant readings. There's a chapter on information systems and there's one on security and confidentiality. So I'll relook at that. Chapter 5 is part of that, and I have on here 10 and 14 and 15. Well, obviously, I'm not going to want you to go into depth with all of these. These are the strategic planning type chapters, so that's what that's a part of. But it'll all be on a piece of paper tomorrow on Blackboard. On or around October 22nd, I will, probably closer to the 24th, I will have another set of activities that are due November 18th, 4 weeks later. And there'll be something about electronic health records. That'll be a short paper. We're talking about 1 or 2 pages, maybe 3, but short papers. and again, a reading verification activity. Okay, so that gets us before Thanksgiving. The next week is Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Is there any way that the 26th can be posted closer to the 23rd so we're not losing an entire weekend?
I can work on that.
Okay, because, I mean, I don't have a lot of time to do things during the week, only on the weekend. If that's not posted, then we lose an entire weekend there, and then when you set.
Okay, so I can post them on a Monday and you have them do the 4 weeks later on a Monday. That'll be all right.
That would be very awesome.
Okay, okay. And then for the last activity here, and that'll be for December 9th. What I'm gonna want there is your poster thumbnail.
Monday at midnight, or Sunday at midnight.
Could I make that determination when I'm setting this up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, because I'm not going to be up at midnight. You might be up at midnight, but Monday morning at 8 o'clock might be a reasonable time to have things due. But I don't write that down.
Okay.
You people are more obsessive compulsive than I am. And I understand because you're trying to juggle so many kinds of things. But some of you are faculty and or are looking to be faculty. And one of the things you have to learn is that you have to be a little bit flexible because what you put down in stone in the beginning may not work and until you know the group you're dealing with. And I felt yesterday after our SPSS activity that we really need to do this again in some way. And so, I have to refocus, and so you got to be flexible in terms of what you're doing. If you have some major event happening, JCHO is coming to your institution and you're involved in the review and you're having the accrediting people come and it's going to be all of October and you absolutely are going to have no time to do anything else. So you email me and tell me what the situation is and when you think you can get the assignments done by. Okay, so that won't penalize you if you have a legitimate reason for being late. Okay?
Dr. Gordon,
Yeah.
I think the thing is that we're not so much worried that we're not going to, that we're going to have too much to do in the beginning. At our level, we're all in this program because it's an executive program. And, we have, most of us have demanding jobs and families. And so it's okay if you front load us with these assignments and then, if we could kind of pace ourselves. And I understand, but, that you kind of want it spaced out and maybe we could just space out when we give it to you. But we can have bad months, so I think that's what has everybody like.
Right, I understand that.
A little panicky.
I understand that.
And that's why we chose this program, because it's an executive program and it's self-directed and you kind of get your assignments and then you pace yourself.
Okay.
But and just if I can say one more thing, most of us here, we're not like going to dump anything on you on December 9th. We would rather try to work more now and get done, ahead of time because we feel like things kind of ramp up as you get later in the semester. So I think that's what you're hearing from us.
Okay. Well, I hear you. I also have to follow the guidelines of the university and the suggestions of your Department of Nursing. And I was encouraged to ensure that there were activities throughout the semester, that many of the hybrid courses in the past didn't do anything much during the rest of the semester. And so that when I shared my syllabus, there was some excitement in terms of, yes, this is the kind of thing they want. I hear you, though, that